Yeah, so updates. The channel, we've taken down all videos featuring Hikaru. So we're at 2 strikes, and this is the situation. You get a third strike, and your channel can get, removed, deleted, whatever. One of those strikes is from Hikaru's channel. It came yesterday. And another strike, actually randomly for the first time in 6 years, we had another strike that was random and it was wrong. And it's still there, but when we saw it, it was like, oh, that just looks like a mistake because it's a video of ours that has nobody else featured in it. It's crazy timing to get it because even when you're right, it takes time to settle, but we can dispute it. So it's not quite a full strike. It's just terrible timing. And I don't know how somebody makes that mistake. I've been investigating. So I was streaming Title Tuesday yesterday, and at 1 strike, we're like, oh, this is a mistake. It gets fixed. At 2 strikes, we're like, okay, we need to get one of those strikes down. And we're learning about this because it's the first time we've ever had it on our YouTube channel. So the other one wasn't an org. The other one was Ali Reza's channel striking my video against Magnus, and apparently it was a big mistake. Which it has to be a mistake, I'd like to think, because it's just a video of me playing Magnus with 1 million views. Obviously, it's not Ali Reza doing it because he's playing the Bull tournament. So I'm not trying to give shit to him. That's why I didn't speak about it. So they're trying to fix it. Anyways, we have a good case. It's not a light thing to do a copyright strike, so anyways, that was the first one, but we weren't as concerned because we're like, we can talk to Ali Reza, but it was also a mistake. It was a video that didn't feature Ali Reza. So we're like, okay. It just yesterday a second strike came in, and then I streamed Title Tuesday. So this is what my situation was. Is this strike deliberate, and can we get it removed? Because we can't. With 1 strike, you have a little bit of leeway. With 2 strikes, 1 more and you're done. Doesn't ChessBrah control these channels? She's a mod, but I don't know the details. That doesn't. So anyways, so what we had to do is like, can we reach out and figure out, is this Hikaru one random? Is it automatic? Is it going to happen again? Because we have lots of Hikaru videos. That's a legitimate strike. That's a legitimate strike which we can't contest. Because we are using Hikaru's face in there, or at least I don't know enough to contest it. So that was like 1 more and we're done. That's the situation. So whether or not it's fair use, anyways, I was just, trying to take in the situation. So what we had is Amon tried to speak to ChessBrah. Okay, so one thing to clarify is Hikaru and their channel have used my camera before and some of our images, and we've never flagged them. So we didn't necessarily expect it. You haven't communicated with us either. But we just assumed, okay, this time they decided to do it. Okay. It's going to lead into another discussion. But anyways, the question that I had to have is like, I'm playing Title Tuesday. If we're at 2 strikes and it stays at 2 strikes, I have to address this right away. So Amon did reach out to ChessBrah, but the question is this a random strike that's automatic? Can we get it taken down or not? Well, the strike is still there. Why is the strike still there? Because it wasn't a random strike. They approved it. They knew about it. And then that meant I had to pull out of the tournament, because as soon as that was relayed to me, it meant, well, other videos potentially get struck down featuring Hikaru. Because we have had multiple ones with dual cams. it was not just their org, but of course it wasn't just their org. But I had to wait to investigate. So my first reaction, I didn't say anything in the first hour or 2 hours. And again, this was Amon talking for 90 minutes with their channel, so we have had communication. Do I have the option to strike back? That's just not. This is gonna. We're not striking channels that use our chess footage, and we never have. And there's Hikaru has used our footage before. People have used my rage compilations, whatever. Like, I don't know. That's not what we do. That wouldn't be my way of retaliation. If they had messaged us before striking to ask us to take it down, well, obviously we would have taken it down and there wouldn't be a strike. But the situation at hand is we're at 2 strikes and it's been communicated to us. So Suzuki, so what happened is 2 weeks ago, they uploaded a video. This is the next part. They uploaded a video of Hikaru beating me using both cameras. And it got to 200,000 views. And it mysteriously disappeared. But we noticed it disappeared, and I was telling our guys, like, why would they all of a sudden start taking away videos that feature my camera? I was getting my ass kicked in the video. And then one of Ben Feingold's mods and trying to learn, he posts a lot of videos, got his video deleted. And that was the video about the bad etiquette. So that all occurred before yesterday, but we already had the discussion where it's like, all of a sudden they're removing videos featuring my camera and they're striking other channels. This looks like this might happen to us. So the more unlucky part about it is we have this random strike that puts us at 2. But they could obviously strike other channels, other videos of ours that are similar. So you guys can confirm more than I have. There was a video removed. They've used our content numerous times. But I'm not salty about that. This is just something you can have in discussion. But so there's something that led to 2 strikes, a series of events. Was it random? It wasn't random. Does ChessBrah say it's random? Yes. After further discussion, is it random? No. It's still on there. And I don't believe it's going away. And now I want to talk about our channel. In recent videos, we actually did not edit anything. And the only thing our editors took out is we actually took away some lines of Hikaru repeating himself. So we actually took away some things that might have made him look worse. But we're posting the raw footage of both players. When I get upset and I rage, that's all on the internet. When I lose in chess and I get salty. All we're doing is posting dual cam. We didn't take stuff outside of dual cam. It was just, and it wasn't our idea to do this. Fans requested it, and trying to learn 1234, who might be in the chat, has done a very good job posting videos because viewers love to watch both players at the same time. So that's a situation. So the strike was not random, because if you already have conditions on how you can use each other's material, well, you can interpret that as you wish. Now, I'm just breaking down what happened yesterday, and I have to take care of the channel. So we have had discussions. Do I think they're going to be solved? No. Do I think ChessBrah lied when she posted after her discussion with Amon that we're going to have another discussion and that it was the MCN doing their strike and not them? Yes. Is that the first time ChessBrah has just done something like that? No. So now I'm going to have to discuss why things are complicated and why Amon has sometimes been hesitant to message ChessBrah for permission to use videos, whereas normally we just message the person streaming. So there's a lot of people new to chess, and I'm not using that in a bad way, but ChessBrah used to be a mod in this channel. I've met her at a tournament before. She used to be a mod at in our channel, and she's like our top donor of all time. But at a certain point, our whole channel got too toxic in multiple ways, not just one person's fault, that we cut off ties. Amon wouldn't have had GM without ChessBrah's donations. Like, that was funding it. But there was a situation where it's like, hey, it would just be healthier for everyone if you're not a mod anymore, just because there's too much drama for everybody. It was multiple people were in the wrong. And so please, but the point is, things didn't quite stop there. So she was no longer a mod in our channel, and she started supporting other channels and becoming a mod and grabbing some stuff. That's fine. We wanted to coexist like that. And then at the end of 2018, beginning of 2019, they started forming a clique on chess.com for streams. And when I mean clique, this is Hikaru, this is ChessBrah, this is finding people that they wanted to raid and share hosts with, and pool it all together. And at first it sounds it's all okay. That this is all okay. And it is. If you want to find friends that you guys in the chess category, you only raid your friends and nobody else, that's okay. But after a period of time, it became clear. So after a period of time, Hikaru's channel was growing. ChessBrah got chess.com privileges. So instead of just managing the channel, she had the privileges to decide who gets Chess TV, who doesn't, who gets a raid, who doesn't. She got that permission after some channel success. And that's when problems started happening, where we found out that we were owed some raids and some hosts from chess.com, since we've been, you know, we have a business relationship, that they weren't coming to us. And then we found out ChessBrah was not giving us raids. She was not giving us Chess TV. And she had been messaging people about us, donors saying bad things about us, and just acting behind the scenes to make sure we weren't getting raids, we weren't getting hosts, and saying stuff like, don't support these guys. So this went on for about 5-6 months, and some people said this is a conspiracy. Just wait. There's people who have left this faction. The reason I found out is because people left the group and then told me. I can't make it up. So what I did is I flew from Berlin to San Francisco in 2019 for the Pro Chess League finals. I flew to San Francisco from Berlin in 2019, and I had a serious meeting because I had evidence finally, whereas like, guys at chess.com, we've been working with you guys for years. We're not getting support. You have people maliciously, they're just manipulating, and they're acting maliciously and just hurting our business at the end of the day. And the issue, this is going to sound funny, the issue is like, our channel has always had a bit of support. We're fortunate with our viewers, but there's a lot of small channels who don't benefit from that. So when something goes wrong, often if I speak out, maybe people post about it, but if other channels do, it doesn't always get traction. So I had a very serious sit down with chess.com because I was fed up. I said, I'm going to like leave. Amon is fed up. He was in Berlin at the time, so he couldn't come. And it's like, we have proof, we have logs, we have people willing to speak. And if you check your records, for some reason, we weren't getting some of the raids and hosts that we were supposed to be. What's going on? So after a period of discussions, you know, they're like, okay, we found there to be, you know, some bias or something wrong's gone on. We're going to make this right. We're going to take away some of her chess.com privileges because that's a conflict of interest, where she's just supporting the channels that she donates to her mods, and channels that aren't in that list don't get the same benefits. So there's a bit of it, and this is without us saying things publicly. And so that went on for a long time, and I mean, it got good again for a bit until things have come full circle once more, where Hikaru got very popular. ChessBrah does a lot of good things on his channel, manages everything. That the power is back, and they're just trying to grab more power and leverage that. So you have situations where people can't speak out against what's happening because 10 different channels have like the same moderation and the same people running it behind the scenes. But there are people who have left and you know, are on the outside now. And it's not me, because we weren't in there. I never joined. I never agreed to join. It's not in our interest. But for smaller streams, obviously, hey, Chuck Moulton, thanks for the raid. And so when we have discussions about ChessBrah, she literally funded Amon's GM title, which is a lifetime thing, but she's done some very, very harmful things to our channel. And so we have a hard time dealing with her, even though we're not throwing shit. And the fact that I've met her, and, you know, I'm not saying names and stuff, but it's not the history is not pretty. Now with Hikaru, so that's why things are a bit uncomfortable when it comes to asking for permission or how they're behaving. Is it's not a first time thing, but it's also just the conversations are tough. Let's talk about Hikaru. Let's talk about Hikaru. He said I've been saying a lot of bad things about him recently, and I don't think I have been. And I would love to see evidence of that. I would just love someone to clip. We don't delete our videos against Hikaru, or we don't make things sub-only. I have? No, we just play chess and I call him Big Hickey, and we have rivalries there. What do you mean by talk shit? Are you saying I can't? I am okay with him laughing at me or saying something, just like it's okay for me to get competitive when I play. What do you mean talk? Like, that's just not happening. Or if it's happening, nothing has changed. I've always had a rivalry with Hikaru. That's all fine. Maybe viewers said something, but I haven't. I'm playing the games. We're posting it on YouTube. They're dual cameras. They're dual cameras, so you can hear what I'm saying, you can hear what he's saying, and make your assessment. But my threshold for that is a little bit different. So, but no, he said I said nasty things about XUC, Botez, and about him recently. He's brought up all those things when, like, it's like, well, okay, I've owned up to the XUC incident, the Botez incident. I don't know how he's in. I don't recall saying something about Alexandra, but he's probably the last guy to talk about that. And then about him, I'm not saying anything. So but people can look up our VODs and dig up stuff, their interpretations. Now, With Hikaru, um, there's a complicated history, but I don't mind playing him. I don't share things. But it doesn't. You don't need me to. But the guy is the most disliked elite grandmaster in the world by his peers because of a 15-year period of being a toxic individual. And he's and lots and lots and lots of people in the ChessBrah, lots of grandmasters have issues with him. This isn't hidden. This isn't not on the internet. All you need to do is do your own research. Does that mean I don't like playing him? No, I like playing him. I like playing the best. He's top 2 in the world. Not only is he the most disliked grandmaster in the world at the top level, he's the most disliked by far. He's also the most toxic online player that there's ever been at the top. And he gets a pass on that because new people come into chess, they come to the channels and they regulate the speech. Now, I don't mind if somebody's toxic. We don't shy away from that. The issue is when people hide that or are hypocritical. So, has Hikaru accused me of cheating and blocked me? Yes. Has he tried to punch me after a chess game and then tried to fight me? Yes. That's why there's a video out right now. Has he shit-talked him on? Yes. Has he tried to fight him on? Yes. If you are new to this channel, you come to Hikaru's channel, he says nice things about him on. If you're not new to the channel, you know Hikaru hates him on. And he just puts on a face. He puts on a face and he lies through his teeth over and over. But none of this is hidden. Like, Hikaru is disliked amongst his peers, people who've been around with him his whole life. He's disliked online amongst his peers because he's a very toxic player, and you don't need to hear it from me, because I would rather play him still, because I don't mind if he's toxic, because that's part of the allure. But I can only patch things up so many times. But you can do your research on the internet, or you can see what other top players say. And there's a reason why I show up to events. I'm friends with a lot of, I am on good terms with almost all streamers in person, and I've met a lot of people from the channel. I put myself out there, whether it's good or bad, but I'm not lying about that. So there's a level of authenticity that's totally disappeared, and the chat's been regulated to fit a narrative. But with Hikaru, I don't mind if we have all that beef, but when he says he doesn't do things malicious or he hasn't started things, he has started almost everything. He has started almost everything. And he uses the fact that he's a big streamer or platform to get away with things. And most title players aren't going to say something because, again, they have more to risk. You don't have to confirm all this with me, though. This is something you can look up online, or you can ask other top players, or you can read between the lines and see what other people have said. So